Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This AllStar is. Let's go ahead and dive into this AllStar breakdown. This was sent from someone in the community, and also don't be afraid to send videos you want me to react or to break down or any certain topics, because this is what helps engage us together, and I want to say thank you to that. I'm going ahead first blind. I saw about 5 seconds, but you know, something that catch my eye already, and it wasn't just a woman. It was the conversation that's had. Now let's dive directly into this.
What's your age?
I'm 26.
I'm 30.
How long have you been together?
4.5 years.
If your man gave you a guilt-free pass to have fun with,
You saw the way she looked away and everything. She looked towards him, but she didn't even know, or maybe she was trying to test him. That should be funny as hell when women do that. And let the woman be the one to say that, by the way. Ain't nothing wrong with you speaking up as well, but let her be the one that's kind of happy about saying it.
any guy in the world, would you take it?
No.
Why not?
I don't think that you can come back from that.
So firstly, that's a smart lady, right? She's giving a great answer, and he looks like a proud man. Look at the way this man looking. He like I mean, it's Hollywood. He try to get us because this guy, the host for The Desirable Truth, is known to stir up the pot and shit like that. So I fuck with it. Look at they holding hands. He holding tightly. I love you, babe. He's saying that mentally. Let's dive in.
I just don't think so. Whether it's today, tomorrow, a year from now, or 10 years from now, I feel like it would affect their relationship a lot.
So if he knew that,
And it definitely would affect the relationship. Even if you're given a guilt-free pass, or even when, let's say in the beginning of a relationship that you're having with a lady, and down the line you want to do threesomes, but in the beginning she wasn't really with it, but then down the line she may be open to it because that's what you want. She would still feel some type of way about it though. The only reason is because she wasn't really on board with it first, and things can change, but at the same time we gotta also recognize that even though things still change, that thought is always going to be in the back of their mind, especially if they weren't really with it from the jump.
while you were with him, you were with another man, you don't think he could handle that?
No, I don't think so, and I don't think he should have to handle that. Would you handle that?
100% not.
But be honest with me.
He just gave a great answer as far as to what a lot of men think. Just in general, now it's different because they're representing a relationship right now. And I'm just saying, a lot of guys are in certain talking stages with women. Just understand that your woman, or the woman that you're talking to, could be your main chick, your side chick. She's talking to other men, and even though you guys are not on that official level, you still wouldn't be able to handle that. Let's keep going though.
You're saying he couldn't handle that.
Yes.
What if you found out that he cheated on you? Now, would you still stay or would you get up and go?
I would leave.
100%.
I would walk away.
And I want her to leave as well. Because something we don't do is we don't respect infidelity.
So do you guys think that men can cheat on women that they love, or that's just a myth?
100% not. And Matt,
Men can cheat on the woman that they love. The reason why I say that is because it happens all the time. Now, the conversation and discussion can be different if we're saying, if you truly love your woman, would you cheat on her? Some shit like that. But the discussion of it, and anyways, is that it's very true that men are capable of cheating on women that they love. And even going back to the point where I made about the threesomes in the beginning, but later down the time, her having that initial thought of still things happening. The reason that it can still occur is because most men aren't truthful to themselves. They're not honest with what they genuinely want. Most guys really just settle into a relationship because this is what their comfort zone really relies in, but they have a master plan in their mind to manipulate and to make sure that they can have the way to have threesomes and everything with other women down the line once they earn her trust, or they're just wanting more than one and they're not being honest with themselves in this subject. But in the long haul, you're actually doing a disservice to yourself, and of course to her and her union, which this is where that thing comes of women know the game and stuff like that. They just only know the part where they've been manipulated and shit like that.
cheating on a person that you say that you love and then going back home to that person sleeping next to them.
That's betrayal.
That's betrayal. That's supposed to be the closest person to you. You know how...
Now, I do agree with relationships being a sacred union with the other person. But as far as the closest person to you, I'm not sure if we can go that far into it. But I do believe into sacred unions. This is a devotion between you and the other person, right? But I just wanted to say that really quickly because that can also cause some type of attachment, and it can make you go crazy. When they talk about love is crazy, this be the reasons why.
That's what 95% of men are right now in this living age.
Yeah.
And that's the video that we're reacting to. I did like towards the end how he said that's how 95% of men are in dating. You can tell that he's been through some situations where things like have that happen to him, vice versa to her. Because what I noticed also too in dating is that men and women, they will bond on how fucked up the world is sometimes. They will bond on certain situations, and then their relationship could become a reflection of what isn't the relationship no more, which is, it's a correct thing. But also I do want to point out is to just also keep in mind that your relationship shouldn't just be based on how bad your past was. Meaning to say, like, of course, enhance and evolve yourself in a relationship and in your connection with what you're having and not being a total fool or anything like this. But the thing is, make sure that's not the actual foundation. The foundation should be genuine connection and the slow burn effect for you guys to do what you must. Because if it's on just what the foundation was, imagine when a small piece of trust or something as small as lying or about something can happen. Now that can trigger the past and emotions of being like, damn, you said this, you made this promises, and then all this bullshit happens. But that was a great video that I wanted to emphasize and we had to react to, because it's great to see what it looks like when a woman has a good head on her shoulders and she has a potentially good man to lead her in her interaction like that. Because remember, you want to make sure that the lady is also representing you in the matter that she speak on. And what they were speaking on, you could tell they had this discussion before. But that's an AllStar breakdown, and that's an AllStar approved message.